Hello, hello. It is Topical Tuesday, the 2 day of August 2017. That's a lot of twos. Topical Tuesday. Welcome, Steve Sipress here. Today, not wearing the ugly red Hawaiian shirt. I'm wearing the red T-shirt. And they will also serve as the rhino of the day. Because check it out. I got this big, fierce, cool, charging rhino on the T-shirt. And I see this little, oops, over here, the logo of the, I don't know, I don't even know the guy's name, but I have a whole bunch of shirts and a sweatshirt and hats and whatever and stuff with this rhino logo on it. So people that know me know that's an easy gift to get for me, anything from that company, because there's a lot of stuff they have that have rhinos on it. I don't understand any of the stuff in the back. Super something-ality and something else, numbers and whatever's going on there. And does that say FU or maybe EU? I don't know. Anyway, that's the rhino of the day. It's Topical Tuesday. So how many people saw the eclipse yesterday here in the United States from coast to coast? Everyone saw it at least a little bit here. It I didn't look outside. I didn't have any of these glasses, and I didn't feel like cutting a hole and putting a pin and doing a whatever. And, so I just watched TV. But I know it got a little cloudy or shady or here for a little while, so it affected us. But on TV, I was watching towns where, the whole thing went dark, and you can see the whole, I don't have to tell you about the eclipse. Hopefully you saw it or you've seen pictures of it. Pretty spectacular thing. And I heard it's happening again in the next 5 or 10 years or something, so maybe then I'll do the whole rigmarole and go see the thing, or who knows where it'll be, or anything, whatever. But here's the thing. I've been hearing a lot of this, how, it took place on a Monday, and, so many people goofed off from work, and all the hours lost to American productivity and what a bad thing that is, as usual, of course. The 99%, the masses, most people, 80-20, 95-5, whatever you want to call it, the overwhelming majority of people get everything wrong, and this is no exception. Because, number one, who gives a crap about a few hours of lost productivity, or in some cases a few minutes, right? The thing was dark for like 2 minutes. So total about 20 minutes. If you went outside 15 minutes early to watch the thing, and then you stay there for 2 minutes, and it took you 1 more minute to get back into your cubicle and do whatever your productivity is for your corporate whatever, how much is a big deal? However, lots of people took the day off, and lots of people traveled and drove hundreds of miles to go to see it in an area where it was and all this and whatever. But here's the deal. Lost productivity, schmoductivity. So did that even rhyme? I don't know. Number one, who cares? These big corporations that they're talking about worker productivity loss because we want them into their cubicles and producing for their paychecks to the massa who tells them when to go in and how much they can make and when they can take a vacation and when they can take a sick day, and they better not be late, and they better do everything the boss says, and they hate their boss and they hate their job and they hate the whatever, but they have it. They wouldn't have it any other way. They wouldn't do like us. They wouldn't have the nerve to own their own business and take the risk and go out there and provide some value up front to people and offer a solution and have them in return pay you. Oh no, I got to get a guaranteed pay. Hey, thanks for the like, Phil, Rich. Thanks for being here. And so they're not like us. And so all they're looked at from this corporate America, woe is us that these workers are not being optimally productive on a month. Do corporate workers work all day on Mondays anyway? No, they're sitting there going, I can't wait till Friday, or thank God it's Friday. It's hump day. It's almost Friday. They hate Mondays anyway. They hate their job and they hate work. So number one, bogus argument or even concept that somehow a few hours of fun. And here's the deal. When companies do this right, here's the deal. If your company had a brain, your manager, your management, whoever runs the thing, and hopefully you run your own company, so of course you have a brain, you knew enough that workers are going to goof off, or if that's what you call it, they're going to watch a once-in-a-lifetime or once-in-a-century thing, of course, if they're anywhere near the thing. So let's make a positive out of that, and let's say the whole department, the whole company is getting an hour off on Monday from X time to X time, and we're going outside, and I bought glasses for everybody, the special goggle things, and I'm ordering pizzas, and we're all going out and we're gonna watch the thing, and in that 1 hour of team building and hanging out and bonding, and of course that's going to add to the morale, and people are going to more than make up for that. Of course, anyone that knows, they'll more than make up for that when they come back in. They will stay with the company longer. They'll feel like more of a family. They won't quit. Everyone knows that's the most costly thing, is replacing a worker. All the time and the money it costs to do the search and go through everybody, and then you got to train them and whatever. So a tiny little thing you can do to keep them, like buy them a few pizzas and glasses and let them go outside for an hour and watch the once in a century thing, for crying out, oh no, that's lost productivity. Idiotic. Wrong. Number two, how about thinking of a way that you can capitalize on events like that? So there's plenty of people that were selling all kinds of stuff. The glasses, for one. I mean, they were cardboard, weren't they? Cardboard with plastic. But I mean, come on now. How many places were making those and selling them? How about T-shirts? Hey, I was at the Eclipse, whatever. Like a concert, right? I was there. T-shirt. The date on it. How about what else did I see? Hats, coffee mugs. Whatever else, telescopes. I mean, people about, were they really? They were paying $200 for a special telescope to watch the 2-minute thing. Like, okay, so somebody was selling it, making money. Here's the way I did it. Fantasy sports. Anybody follow fantasy sports? Play fantasy sports? No fantasy sports? Well, Rich is right here. One of my very best, if not my very best customer in my fantasy sports game business. Great thing here, Rich, that I had back in the 80s. Started in 85, and I had it for 7 years till I screwed it up. Another story for another day. But I built that into a multi-million-dollar company because of great customers like Rich, who is a fantastic sports fan still to this day, I know, and he loves it. And he loved watching baseball, and my game gave him a reason to watch every single game and every single player and talk to other sports fans, and he loved it. So what do? In my second or third year of the business, I came up with an idea, and I contacted a new target market. If you know anything about the WOW strategy, go to thewowstrategy.com, go to stevesipress.com. You'll see a short video. I'm always talking about the WOW strategy that I created to simplify how to get all the great new customers and keep them forever that you could possibly want. Well, the first W in the word WOW stands for the who. And so when you target a better who, you'll get a better class of customers, of course, because you're targeting a better who. So I decided, instead of targeting the onesie, twosie, one-at-a-time customers, people that love the game, let's target business owners. So I put out an offer to business owners, and I said, hey, why don't you buy a fantasy football league for your entire office, and I'll run the thing. I'll run the draft. I'll run the statistics. I'll print out the weekly newsletters. You'll have all this camaraderie in the office, and I sold them, a bunch of them. And those are very smart business owners, and they came back again and again, year after year, and they all said the same thing. Do you think they said, oh, Steve, yeah, I'm coming back because that thing just cost me lost productivity? Because you hear this. And you can probably look it up on the computer somewhere that, like, there's articles about how fantasy football is going to cost billions, trillions, millions, whatever amount of dollars for American corporations in lost productivity because, oh, woe is me. People are checking their football fantasy lineups on a Thursday because it's a Thursday night game, or Friday for the weekend, or they're talking about it on Monday because it's Monday night and I got to win and I'm going to beat you. And, like, you can look at it just like with the Eclipse, that that's a negative. Oh, they're wasting time when they should be doing data entry and menial tasks that I pay them for. What's the matter with those slaves, which is what corporate employees are, of course, just, not technically. They don't get whipped. They don't get sold. I mean, they sell themselves to the highest bidder, right? They go on the market and they say, I'm looking for work, so who will hire me and who will tell me when I can show up, how I can dress, how I can talk, what I can say, what I can't say, where I have to sit, what department I have to be in, what time I have to show up, when I go off there. They get just enough money to eat and maybe take a vacation once in a while, although so many people I ask, what'd you do on your vacation? I cleaned the garage. I did it. They didn't go on an extravagant vacation or anything. So very akin to slavery, of course, as opposed to us, the entrepreneur, who have the freedom to fail, freedom to succeed, but we have the freedom anyway. So I approached these business owners, and I let them know, and they agreed that, like, this would be a great thing for camaraderie to have this league, and people on a Monday, instead of just hating Monday and not even wanting to come in and be miserable, will want to come in so they can talk smack to the guy in the next cubicle because their team scored more touchdowns and field goals than the other guy, and so they beat him, and, like, there's all this smack talk going on. And I conveyed that message successfully to enough of them that they bought these leagues, and they came back year after year. So One way to look at the eclipse is, oh, the lost productivity of those shameful slaves/workers who weren't chained to their desk for the whole week like they're supposed to be. Ooh, ah, woe is me. Or you could say, how great that that happened during a week, so we could get some team building and some fun and a break from the work week. Everybody realizing they love this place and they love us, and it's a family and we care about our workers, and what a great excuse to show them that. How about also get your own fantasy football league going in your office? People are going to play anyway. Might as well have the benefit that they're all playing in the same league, so they're all hanging out and talking smack, and they don't want to leave. Who would want to leave the company after week 6 or 7 or 8 of the football season when you have your team and it's still playing and you're going for the playoffs and you're talking smack or whatever? So you're going to keep workers, you're going to keep the camaraderie, and of course once the season ends you can go and do baseball, you can go and do basketball, or you can just say wait till next football season, you can't wait, blah blah blah, hoo-ha. People, this is what corporate and all employers want. You want people thinking they're part of family. That's what, of course, you want people to think, because you want them to stay. I see that even in fast food workers. You know, hey, there's a better job over here, pays for money, and like, oh yeah, no, I have a client whose son works in a pizza place, and I'm like, you know, you ought to do this instead of that. Oh yeah, no, he likes the place there. He says they treat him like family, blah blah blah. What a scam! What, I mean, smart, great move by that employer to make this think that he's like family, so he should stay at his crappy job. I mean, he put him on the crappiest shifts. Like, I'm like, hey, I got tickets to the game. Do you want to go and bring your son? Like, oh yeah, no, it's Saturday. He has to work in the pizza place. So Friday night, he has to work. For like minimum wage, working like 15 hours a week. There are plenty of other things he could do. But anyway, company does a great job of making him feel like it's a family there. You can do the same by hosting parties, events, eclipse party, fantasy football, whatever. Or you can do what I always teach, is to get on the right side of the cash register and think, how can I sell something to companies to add to the camaraderie of the company? How can I figure out how to capitalize on things happening like the eclipse or football or something that the whole country is going to engage in anyway? How can I capitalize on that to make money, and how can I convey that message to the right target who? To the manager or owner of businesses who want more camaraderie and want people feeling like they're part of the family. So that's my lesson for today. For Topical Tuesday, the 2/2 of August 2017. Thanks for being here. Rich and Phil, Darren Stork is here. Great to see you, man. Chad Powers, just by you. Fantastic. All of you, thanks for joining. I don't see any questions, comments, concerns. Hopefully that means that you're in such total agreement of the genius of this Topical Tuesday for today, and you cannot wait until my bit of Wisdom Wednesday will strike you tomorrow at some point when I will be here recording another video, and I hope to see you here as well. That's it for today, and I'll catch you tomorrow on Wisdom Wednesday.